Okay, welcome to Larry's Skylight in Scissor Truss. Skylight in Scissor Truss. Section right here. You can see I have a section right there, and you can see the ceiling plane right here. I've got a roof, 8 and 12 roof pitch, and a 4 and 12 a ceiling plane. It's a ceiling plane, no ceiling in this area. And here it is right here. You see how it is. I'm going to go ahead and put a truss. I'm going to truss in this roof right here. I'm going to truss a skylight. QS. QS should give me a skylight, I believe. Right there. There's my skylight. Now this is the poop that Larry doesn't like. Larry doesn't like the fact that you got this crap showing right here, right? The crap showing right there. And you look at this section, look real close at this section right here, and it's look, the drywall stops right here. The drywall stops short of the skylight shaft, and then over here the drywall runs past the skylight shaft. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Well, the problem is you got to select the QC, select the ceiling plane, and this is what you got to change. Oh, that's not the ceiling plane. It's tab. There it is. This is what you have to change. You have to go into the framing. See this framing right here? That's what's controlling that mess up of Larry's. Change that to 0. It's going to default to 1/16th, and I just changed this to 0, and it's going to default to 1/16th. Okay, perfect. Now look what's happened. Now look what's happened. He's got these shards. You see these shards right here? If you look real close, you can see these shards. It's not a real clean look. F12. It doesn't clean it up. It's still a mess. You got it? You look up here, you can see the shards. It's coming down. Well, what's the problem? The problem is he put the skylight in before he built the skylight. So now watch what happens. Now QS. Now I'm going to put the skylight in, and I'm not going to get the shards because the ceiling frame. Listen, the ceiling plane has already had the framing zeroed out, defaulted to 1/16th. That's going to be the difference. No, yeah. Oh, you nitwit. And delete it. I did not change this ceiling plane framing to 0. That's a problem. I changed one, but not the other. Change the framing to 0. Defaults to 1/16th. Change the width to 0. Tab defaults to 1/16th. Perfect. Now put the skylight in. QS. Done. Pretty freaking good, huh? That's pretty clean. Now, what you're going to say is, now if you, okay, I'm gonna show you something here. Okay. That's the roof opening. I'm gonna leave the roof opening as it is. Tab. That's the ceiling opening. Okay. Boop. I'm gonna change. I'm flaring the ceiling out a little bit. That's all I'm doing. Okay. Because it's going to emphasize what the problem is. I think it's going to emphasize what the problem is. How do I want to show this? Okay. Oh. Shit, I don't know. Fucking A. Oh, sorry. God, I gotta watch my language. I gotta tell you, man. I'm just gonna adjust this just a little bit. Now, in my mind, this is pretty freaking good. But wait a second. There's some kind of little shard right here, right? There's a little shard right. I mean, not a shard, but it's like you can't. I'll show you what it is. I'll show you what it is right now. I'm going to select the ceiling. I'm going to select the hole in the ceiling. Now watch what I do. Materials. Not only does the roof opening have a skylight shaft, but so does the ceiling plane. Not only does the roof have a skylight shaft, but so does the ceiling plane. I am now messing with the ceiling plane. Watch this. Skylight shaft, plan material, change it to red. You got me? You see that little crubby? This actually could be a plus because it could be kind of like a trim for a drop-in glass panel or something. But I mean, shit, who's going to use that stuff? I'm going to show you how to get rid of that. But now let's go over to the hole in the roof. The hole in the roof, Go to the materials. Skylight shaft. This is the hole in the roof. Not in the hole in the ceiling, the hole in the roof. Library materials. Bink. How about this color? Now you're going to see the difference. You got me? That's the skylight. That's the skylight shaft for the roof opening, not for the skylight, not for the ceiling plane. So now what do I do? Now I just simply go back here, select my ceiling plane, UU, change the material for my skylight shaft to opening no material. I think this is the right deal. Opening no material. Okay. Now you don't have that. Now you got rid of the shaft for the Control Z. Now I get it. This is still not perfect. Because if you look really closely, look, I'm going to look at this right here. Look at this right here. That is the edge of my drywall ceiling. Look at the top. Look at the top view. That's the edge of my drywall ceiling. This right there, I think, is the skylight shaft of the ceiling hole. The ceiling hole. And you can see it up here on the top. You can see that ceiling hole. And if I change it, you can see it. And if I change it to opening no material, you won't see it. Watch this. So I come over here to the ceiling shaft, UU. What's the material? Oh, it is opening. Oh, did I mess it up? No, you're not even seeing it. You're not even seeing it. Hang on, UU. Let's change that skylight shaft for this. Oh, that's the roof hole? Did I screw things up already? UU. Roof hole, skylight. UU. I think that's a ceiling plane. Hole and slope ceiling plane. That's a whole, yeah. So the skylight shaft, I'm going to change it back to red, okay? There it is. And I guess it really, I don't know, but I don't know. But but what I can say is I've got this. You can Control L. Materials. Colors. How about pink? How about pink? That's the drywall, okay? You can see the drywall there. You can see the drywall here. So what are you looking at? You're looking at the drywall. And that's the ceiling drywall. You're looking at the pink is the ceiling drywall. The blue is the skylight shaft of the roof opening. The red is the skylight shaft of the ceiling opening. The ceiling opening. So, and now, now you see how clean this is. This is starting to look pretty darn clean right here, right? But now I come up to here and I select my ceiling plane, and I change the material of my ceiling shaft to opening no material. Opening no material. And it's almost gone. So now what? Okay, so that mess is gone. So now the problem is this little step right here. So how do you deal with that? This should be fixed. I get it. I mean, it's stupid. UU. Don't use room ceiling finish. Okay. UU. Let me see if I can do this. Ceiling thickness. How about the ceiling thickness of 1/16? There. Okay, you just about got it. I, timer up. I mean, it's almost there. I mean, I get that it's not perfect. I get that it's not perfect. I'm not sure what controls the shaft, and quite frankly, if I change this to, you almost don't even notice it. I think I did another one where you really didn't even notice it. If I come back over to here, UU, and my skylight shaft plan material red, you're gonna see it. See, I think it sticks out. Oh, maybe it doesn't. I don't know, man. Can I change the? See, I can't even change the. What color is this? Hang on a second. In fact, maybe you want to leave this the. I mean, why do I get that step right there? I mean, look, when you really get down to it and you take a view of it, and if you have the same colors and stuff, it kind of disappears. I get it's not perfect. I get it. It's not perfect. Color do. I had made this opening no material. How about color do? COL. I gotta end this thing. I guess you can make that the same color as the skylight shaft and it won't show. I thought it was actually sticking out a little bit further, but still, I really don't even like it. It's created another extra little shaft there, a step, excuse me, UU. So skylight shaft, opening no material. But then you get this little step right. You get this little crummy thing here. So I guess I really don't like to do that. So I guess you need to keep the ceiling shaft in there, and that's W. It's about as clean as you're going to get. I get it. It should be fixed. It's not clean. If I have to spend this much time explaining it, it ain't good. I mean, you get a view from here. You're not gonna really pick up on the fact that there's a. If you zoom in, you can see the step. I get it. But other than that, it's, I don't know, not bad, is it? And bump. Don't even notice it. Looks pretty clean. I mean, it looks done. Looks pretty clean, Larry. I'm done. So what was the lesson here? The lesson here was to first of all take your ceiling plane UU and zero out the framing as best as you could before you put the skylight shaft in to avoid the shards. Once you get the skylight shaft in there, you got to make sure you get your materials right. And the big key UU, the big key here in my ceiling plane, the big key here was, watch this, 4. I know it's not super, but you almost have to zero out the ceiling finish, which is stupid in my mind. But I don't know, what are you looking for, man? Ceiling finish 0, 1/16. I know, and the cross section won't look right and all that other kind of crap. But hey, I'm done.